Well, hey everybody, thanks so much for joining us again. This is another author meet and greet, and I am so excited because we have my amazing friend Amber Duell here. She's the author of Fragile Chaos. We're going to be learning all about her book today and why I think you guys should check it out. So let's welcome Amber. Amber, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I am good, thank you. All right, we're going to be talking a bit about your book today. I know you and I got to hang out a little bit backstage, and we've been chatting about some awesome stuff. I'm really excited because we're going to have a great time today. If you have questions, guys, go ahead and hit up the chat box below. We will be asking Amber throughout the course of today's broadcast. So if you've got questions for her, now's the time. Hit us up. Amber, can you tell me a little bit about Fragile Chaos?
Fragile Chaos, I still don't have a physical copy, is about a girl that is sacrificed to the god of war to save her country, and a god of war that is trying to redeem himself and earn his powers back, and it's got love and betrayal and all that fun stuff.
Fantastic. Now, you and I actually did a live broadcast together not too long ago over at Young Adult Edition where you got to go really in-depth with your story. So if you guys have not seen Amber's episode of Young Adult Edition, make sure you go check it out over on the Reading Transforms page. But tell me a little bit more about your story. Why are my characters going to, wow, it's been a day. Why are my characters going to like your story? And I bet it has to do with some awesome characters.
It does. I think that your fans will like it because Jade and Cassia are both forced into a marriage, and their main focus is survival until something happens to change their focus. And then Roan and Theo are alike because they are kind of cornered by their family into making a certain decision, and they have to decide what to do there.
Fantastic. And I am such a huge fan of this. Definitely, guys, make sure you are checking this out because it is really very similar to Jaded. It's got a lot of similarities. Even just the write-ups for these books have so many similarities. So I know if you are a fan of Jaded, you are going to be a fan of Fragile Chaos. And I know it's coming out just around the corner. So tell me, when can people get their hands on a copy of this?
July 11th. Countdown begins.
Yes, it is coming right around the corner. We are actually just a few days out. So what is it, like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks?
Like that, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So really, really soon, you are going to be able to get your hands on a copy of this. And the cool thing is, speaking of, we actually have a sample of this for you guys. If you are interested in trying Fragile Chaos, you can go ahead and type into the chat box. And I want you to type in Fragile Chaos sample because we are going to direct message you the first little bit of this book so you can take a look, see if this is for you. And this is actually the sample that we gave out over at Young Adult Edition. So you are going to be able to tell if this is something you want to jump into over on July 11th when the book actually comes out. So go ahead, type that in right now. That'll pop up in your direct messages because I have it programmed too, which is really awesome. And you can test it out and see if this is something that you want to try as well. So Amber, tell me a little bit more about this story. Give me a little background and tell me when and how it was that you ended up creating a story like this.
Well, it was inspired by this article I read about a girl that was sacrificed to like the Incan gods or something like 500 years ago. They found her as like a mummy, and I was like, well, that sucks for her. Like, was she like, oh, I don't want to go, or yeah, let's sacrifice myself? I don't know. So I wanted her to have a happy ending. So she sort of got one.
I love that. And I know with your story, this pretty much starts off with her being sacrificed, and then it takes place after that happens. And a lot of people, I feel like, would not necessarily think to start at that point. I feel like a lot of people would build up to it, and that would kind of be toward the end that she actually dies. But you started right from that point, and you've given her this whole journey from that point on, which I absolutely love. Did you always intend on doing it like that, or did you kind of just figure out that was the perfect place to start?
Actually, it starts with Theo, which is like the day before she's sacrificed, but it originally started like the day she was sacrificed, and then I went back a little bit, just so you could see like some of the world first, I guess. But yeah, I mean, she goes through a couple years of crap because she's kind of an outcast, so there wasn't really much to say except, sorry, your life sucks. So, but if you pre-order, you get a little peek into that because it's got a bonus scene.
Oh, Hey guys, exclusive information here. Bonus scene if you pre-order. So if you are interested in Fragile Chaos, you got a few more days. Get the pre-order. You'll get that bonus scene, which is kind of amazing. Hey guys, thanks for joining. If you are here, let us know you're here. Drop your name and why you found us in the comments. If you have a question for Amber, hit up those comments because we're going to be highlighting those and going over those while we are live on air. Just in case you missed it and you are interested in Fragile Chaos, you can actually jump into the comments and type Fragile Chaos sample into the comments. We will direct message you a sample of this book so you can test it out and then get your pre-order and get that bonus scene, which is kind of amazing. Now I'm really excited because I did not actually realize that you had a bonus scene. Can you kind of maybe tease that just a little bit? Just maybe
Sure. There's actually two. If you get the ebook, there's one with Theo at the end. But if you pre-order it, you get one that's 8 months before the beginning of Fragile Chaos begins. And it's Cassia, and it's kind of showing how she's adjusting to the city's like leveled. Her parents died in these bombings, and how she's interacting with the other survivors, I guess.
Ooh, that's fantastic. I love that. All right, listen, guys, now is the time. If you have questions, hit up our inbox, hit up our comments. You can see your question on screen as we answer these live. Now, Amber, this is your first novel. Can you tell me how long ago you started this process and how you feel now that it's just about time to release your book?
I feel, I don't know what I'm doing. That's how I feel. But no, I'm very excited. Oh my goodness. No, it was my 6th manuscript that I wrote. So I've been, at it for a while, and it's just like all of a sudden it snuck right up on me, and now I don't know how to feel, finally.
That's so awesome. I feel like that's a big thing too. Like, you work very hard on something, and then it seems to take a really long time to get it out into the world. And then once that finally happens, it just kind of sneaks up and it's right there.
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome, though. And I feel like with your story, this is actually going to be a really good one for summer because people can just kind of go out in the beautiful weather and just binge the entire book. I feel like this is one where everybody would sit down and just go through the whole thing. This is not one of those okay, I'll read it at night before bed, and then I'll finish reading it tomorrow before bed. And I feel like this is one, you sit down, you finish this, because you got to know. So. That's so awesome. So tell me a little bit about your author journey. I'm sure you've learned some things along the way. What advice can you give to our viewers?
Oh, geez, so many things. I would say write the story that you feel needs to be told. Don't write for that vampires are hot right now, let me write a vampire story. Write whatever is in here, and then the reader will be able to tell when they read your stories. That would be my advice.
That's a very good point. You've got to stay true to yourself as an author and to the stories that need to be told. And while being an author is definitely a business, you've got to make sure that you have the heart of it in there. So that's very good advice. Okay, so usually when we do these meet and greets, I do ask for recommendations for good books. So I'm sure you're reading some awesome stuff right now, or you've recently read some awesome stuff. Can you kind of tell us, if fans are loving books like yours and mine, what else are they going to love to read?
Oh, I just posted about this on Twitter. Somebody asked you that, and you forget all the books in the universe that you've ever read.
Right? Yes.
I would say, though, the Winner's Trilogy starts with The Winner's Curse by Marie Ratowski. It's very good.
I've heard good things about that, and I feel like at one point I grabbed the sample chapters of that from Amazon, and I never got around to finish reading it, but I've heard really good things, and I'm definitely going to have to make the effort to get to that at some point. It's, crazy summer, but I'm excited to read it.
It's amazing. I'm kind of obsessed a little bit.
A little bit. Okay, guys, hit up the comments. Let me know what questions you have. We will get those answered for you live on air right now. I'm really excited for this. And I do apologize for my weird lighting. We've got a little bit of a storm situation going on here, and so I keep getting my natural light going in and out on me, which I had not prepared for. So I apologize that I am sitting in darkness. Yes, you are late, but you are here. I'm glad you're here. If you've got questions, hit up the comments. We are talking about Fragile Chaos, which is the brand new book by Amber Duell. and it comes out this July. So give me just real quick, Amber, a little overview for the people who are tuning in late, a little bit about Fragile Chaos.
Got a girl who sacrificed the god of war to save her country, and she doesn't want to be, and the god of war who's trying to redeem himself by winning a war. And love, romance, betrayal.
We always love and romance and betrayal. I feel like that's really cool too, because between both of our books, there's a lot of betrayal going on. Like both in Golden and in Jaded for me, there's betrayal. And there is betrayal in your books too, and I love it. I'm such a huge fan of things with this, so I'm really excited. Oh, hey!
Oh, yay, thank you.
Amber, I'm going to pre-order. You better, because if you pre-order, you get bonus scenes. I'm really excited for this. In fact, I didn't know about that until this broadcast, so there you go, guys. Pre-order. Okay, let's take a look. Where did you get the idea from? So we talked a little bit about this, but go a little more in depth on how you kind of stumbled across that particular article that you were looking at and how that played into the story you were creating.
It was about an Incan girl that was found mummified in, I think it was the side of a volcano, and she had been sacrificed to the gods. And I just started thinking about like her story. I think I found it was like one of those trending things on Twitter or something like that, or Facebook over on the side. And I just wanted to give her her own story. I wanted to know, like, what do you think she was thinking about? And then I set it in a modern time. So, of course, she's going to be like, there's no God. What are you talking about, crazy? So it kind of went from there.
And I love that you kind of pull in more modern things to this story as well. And then you develop it into this amazing fantasy world. And you really implement that into what you're doing. I love that. I'm a big fan. We're getting some excited comments here, which of course we're really excited about.
Yes.
Oh, I went to put the one comment down and I popped the other one up. We're very excited about this book.
Hooray.
Now tell me a little bit about your cover, because you have a gorgeous cover. In fact, before we came on air, I was chatting with one of my fans over on Instagram, and I said, well, hey, listen, I've got to go. I am just about to jump on this live broadcast. And she goes, oh, with Amber Duell. I'm like, yes, I am going to hang out with Amber. She goes, I love her book cover. It's so pretty. So tell me a little bit about how that kind of plays into the story and how that came to be.
I am obsessed with my cover. It was originally supposed to be red, black, and silver. And so when we got it back, I was like really kind of like, what is this? But oh my goodness. Well, it's just the gold, and it's got like the kind of like smoke and like embers flying that you can barely see, but they're there, and I love it.
Listen, I noticed, but that's because I'm a photographer, designer person. I zeroed right in on that.
Yeah, right?
I'm like, look at all this stuff.
Yeah. You should be able to order posters of it soon, so.
Guys, not only can you pre-order and get bonus scenes, but there's also the ability to order posters of this cover. Can we just stop and talk about that for a minute? It's a stunning cover, and it's an absolutely gorgeous cover. Amber, do you have that you could hold that up for me one more time?
I do, 1 second. If my Nook wants to cooperate with me.
Check that out, guys. Look at the colors and the detail. So pretty. Whoa, we're getting shocked faces at how pretty the cover is. What is the main character like personality-wise? So talk to us a little bit about your characters.
Well, there's Theo. Get back in there, you little stinkers.
We have guests.
Trying to make a guest appearance. My husband is supposed to be home. TikTok. No, Theo is the god of war, and he's very jaded. He has been trying to prove himself to his siblings, and they're just not having it, so he's over it. This is it. It's going to be my way, and forget all you guys. And then, there's my husband now. And
everyone was excited for the book.
Yeah. And then there's Cassia, she's trying to be hopeful, and at the beginning, like, she wants to be welcomed back into, society, I guess, but it's not working out for her so well. So she gets to a point where she's like, forget it. You know what? I don't care. It's just me. I want to survive. So yeah, they're both a little bit on the angry side.
I love that. And I feel like that's kind of a really cool connection between Fragile Chaos and Jaded as well, because your main guy is very jaded. So is Roan from Jaded, because he is put in this terrible position by his family, and he's not really treated right, and it kind of reflects in what he's doing and his actions. And Jade, much like your character, is very, very hopeful, and she tries to survive this world. And it's very interesting. So I love these connections. I'm getting comments about how much people are loving framed swag and posters. So she's going to keep that in mind. Fantastic. We are also getting comments like, awesome, because we're super excited about these books. We would like to know, did you listen to music to fuel your muse at all? Or the anger issues in the book?
Oh my goodness. I had to be so miserable writing this book. Like, let me tell you, I didn't like myself. But no, I do. There is a playlist floating around somewhere. I'll post it on my Twitter, so you guys can see it. But yeah, I kind of have this really long playlist, and it kind of just fades into the background though.
Fantastic. I am attempting to put your Twitter up, and my program's not working. What's happening? I don't know. Oh, that's okay. We'll get it up in a minute, hopefully. Okay, that one went up. There we go.
There we are.
Twitter success. If you want access to this playlist, you want to check out what is on Amber's playlist for Fragile Chaos, make sure you hit up her Twitter. She's going to post that when we are done with our broadcast here. And you can hit her up right here on the screen. And remember, as we are live, or even if you are in my rebroadcast, I've got something really cool for you guys. I'm really excited about this. This is something brand new we're doing over here at my author platform and over on Reading Transforms, where you are able to type in specific keywords, and I will send stuff to your direct messages while we're on air, or if you're watching the rebroadcast on Facebook. So here's the deal. This is not going to work if you are watching the rebroadcast on YouTube, or on websites, or on blogs. This will not work if you type in the comments. However, if you are on my Facebook page, and you can access this by going to facebook.com/KMRobinsonBooks, you can type in the words Fragile Chaos Sample into the chat box, and I will direct message you right now, right this very second, with a file of the first bit of Fragile Chaos, so you can check out a sample of the book and decide if this is going to be a pre-order you've got to get your hand on right now, especially to get that bonus scene. So type in Fragile Chaos Sample, and I will send that to you right now while we're live on air, or during the rebroadcast right here on Facebook, facebook.com/KMRobinsonBooks. And again, if you have not hung out with us on Facebook, this is not going to work in the comments, but jump over to my Facebook page, scroll down until you find it. You can go through my videos, go to the back episodes, and you can type this in, and you will get that download. Now, speaking of really cool downloads, because I'm just going to do this now as we're kind of wrapping things up, if you are interested in my book as well, so we know if you are a fan of Fragile Chaos, you're going to be a fan of Jaded. If you're a fan of Jaded, you are going to be a fan of Fragile Chaos. I also want to give you a sample of my book, so you can check out Jaded by typing in Try Jaded to the comments below, and I will send you the first 3 chapters where you can meet my main girl and my main guy, who are kind of out to kill each other. It's going to be fun. So check out Jaded, type in Try Jaded below, and you will have access to the first 3 chapters of my book before it comes out this Tuesday, which I'm super excited about. And because it is coming out on Tuesday, I've got one more really cool thing for you, and that is a live broadcast launch party. I'm really excited about this. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to play games. We're doing giveaways. There's party gifts for everyone involved. There's adult coloring sheets. We've got some amazing things planned and some secrets I can't even tell you about yet. So I hope you will come join me. You can type in Jaded Party to the comments below. And if you type in Jaded Party, you will get the direct link to sign up and save your seat. Space is limited, so come join me because it's going to be fun. If you are watching a rebroadcast of this over on YouTube, it is jadedlaunchparty.kmrobinsonbooks.com. You can get yourself signed up. It's going to be amazing. It's Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I hope you will join me for that. So, Amber, as far as Fragile Chaos goes, what has been your favorite part of this so far?
Oh my goodness. I would say getting to know the new pantheon of gods was my favorite part. It was pretty exciting to write, and I can't wait to share it with everyone.
And you kind of like really developed this world with this whole pantheon. I feel like that must have taken so much time. Was that a big part of your work beforehand, or did you kind of just develop it as you went?
Yeah, I didn't really sit down and be like, okay, let's see. Like, I knew what gods I wanted and if they were going to be a boy or a girl. And then they kind of developed, except for Theo, everyone else kind of just developed their own, personalities as I went. Like, Leander wasn't supposed to be in it that much. And Ibris was a little more angry than I thought he would be.
Isn't it interesting how you have one plan for your characters and they have another?
It is.
I definitely have some characters who were not necessarily supposed to have the rules that they had within my book, and they kind of took over and changed the course of my story. So thank you, Smarmy, for that. See, we're very similar. We're very similar in how we write. We've got a lot of the same stuff going on, which is pretty fun. All right, guys, if you have last-minute questions, now is the time. We are just a little bit over on our time limit, so if you have questions, now is the time, as we are going to wrap this up. So, Amber, I want you to go ahead and let everybody know where they can contact you, your website and social media.
Okay. My website is amberduell.com. I'm on Twitter at amber_duel, Instagram at amberduel, and Facebook is facebook.com/amberduelauthor.
Fantastic. So make sure you hit Amber up. We are big fans of talking to our fans and people who may be fans, so we would love to hear from you guys. Make sure you are hitting up Amber, especially on social media. And you can also hit me up at KM Robinson Books on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. You can also hang out with me on kmrobinsonbooks.com. You can hang out with my awesome publisher, SnowyWingsPublishing.com, and Snowy Wings Pub on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So lots of places where you can reach out to us and get in contact with us. And if you're interested in doing interviews with either Amber or me, let us know, because we are super excited for that, especially because we both have books coming out in the very near future. So if you have something cool to do, we want to hear from you guys.
Yes.
Lots of fabulous comments we're getting. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. This has been great. Amber, is there anything you want to leave our fans with about why they should pick up a copy of Fragile Chaos?
Because I hope you like it. I don't know. I hate self-promotion. Yay! It's going to be awesome. I always feel weird. But no, it's a fun story of love and betrayal, and I hope you guys like it, and thanks for coming.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate this. If you are watching our rebroadcast, feel free to hit up our comments, and we will get those questions over to Amber. We're definitely going to have her back again soon. And she will definitely be going through our comments. So if you have questions that we did not get answered on our live broadcast right now, it's okay. Hit up the comments, let us know, or reach out to her on social media, and we will get those answers for you guys. So we know you're really excited to hang out with Amber and to hang out with her brand new book, Fragile Chaos, which comes out July 11th. And you can pre-order it now. And if you do, you get a bonus scene, which is kind of amazing. So I'm really excited. Make sure you guys check that out. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate this. Amber, go ahead and say goodbye before I wrap it up.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Fantastic. All right. Listen, guys, I am thrilled to pieces that you joined me. I really appreciate you hanging out for our author meet and greets. If you have an author that you want me to hang out with, hit up my comments and tag them. Let them know that I want to hang out with them. We want to have them on the show, and we want to be able to interview them right here live on air, especially if you are fans of my books. We want to know who else you will like too. So if you have the opportunity, hit up my comments and let me know who you think should come hang out with me, and tag them. Because when you tag them, they have the thought process of, oh, perhaps I should check this person out and we should make something happen. So come hang out with me. It's going to be awesome. And leave us your comments because we want to know what's going on. And of course, type those words into the comments if you want your free sample of Jaded or of Fragile Chaos, or if you want that link to the Jaded launch party, which takes place on Tuesday. Now, I do have another author meet and greet scheduled for Monday. I'm really excited. We have author J.M. Sullivan coming to hang out with her new book, Alice of the Wonderland Chronicles, which is an amazing retelling of Alice in Wonderland. Super excited. So we're going to be hanging out. You will be able to go to my page, facebook.com/KMRobinsonBooks, and you will be able to get a reminder. So we are determining what time she's going to be on. She had a little schedule glitch, so we are checking out what is going on for her on Monday, and we will let you know as soon as we know what time she's coming live. We will have a picture up on Facebook where you can click Get Reminder, and Facebook will remind you to come hang out with us. It's going to be really awesome. We're Still getting some amazing comments about how excited people are for the release of Fragile Chaos. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and send your well wishes to Amber in the comments below. She will be hanging out with us a little bit later on in those comments. You guys have a fabulous day and stay inspired. We'll see you next time.